Good morning.
Good morning. This is Meditation Reflections. Welcome. A bit cloudy, but no wind. Very quiet this morning. It's a Saturday here, and less traffic on Saturday morning than usual.
We think everybody got into town early to do Christmas shopping.
So we're enjoying the peace and quiet out here in the country. So,
True.
yeah. So you go ahead.
It was good meditation this morning, but my guides were talking to me about shadow work. Now, a shadow is a kind of negative influence, but they were presenting it to me as an idea that comes up in your mind repeatedly. And it's often a historic event or a fear or a concern or something.
An unhealed emotion sometimes.
That's a very good description of it. It's deliberately designed to bring up negative emotions of fear or uncomfort or questioning whether you did the right thing or didn't do the right thing. Some of that kind of re-examination of your past, you identify a shadow form and you can think about it and you can clear it. And you were going to talk about different ways of clearing it. But a lot of shadow stuff is coming up now. And they were presenting shadow to me as a kind of infiltration. Occasionally you see an organization that's running along very nicely and somebody new joins it. And then slowly the organization falls apart. Everybody was there, it leaves, because this new person is making everybody uncomfortable or changing the rules. And if they come in a position of power, it's even more noticeable. So it's an interesting problem area. So shadow work has to be worked on.
Yeah, for personal shadow work, it can be a trauma that was received in the childhood, and often people black it out from their memory, and they just have no memory of it whatsoever, but it's affecting them throughout their lives. And sometimes the help of a hypnotist, you go into a regression and bring up facts that you did not remember and realize what really happened at that time. And then the healing can begin. And it has to start with forgiveness is a key one. Forgiveness of the perpetrator, forgiveness of self, especially. And that's the healing journey that we all need to go through, because we want to be clear and, what would be another term? Aware, yeah, of who we really are, and we need to know our past and why we are the way we are. What caused us to become who we are?
One of those details is a lot of times these kind of floating unexpected are an emotional habit that, your next favorite emotion is this one, and it keeps surfacing as the same emotion again and again. And it can be triggered because it's a comfortable feeling. Eckhart Tolle talks about, what's his phrase for it? This negative mood coming over you, and you're going to have that emotion for a while, and but if that's coming up from a bit of memory that you can't remember, you're vulnerable to it. And anytime you have an emotional response that's stronger, your emotions are perfectly normal, and if you're having emotions, fine, go with it. But if you have a repetitive one, or one that seems oddly strong for the situation it's in, then it's possibly got this embedded root layer that you don't know about.
Yeah, it can be called a trigger.
A trigger point. Oh, nice phrase. Pain body was Eckhart.
Pain body, yeah.
Was Eckhart Tolle's word for it, which is really quite good. Eckhart Tolle says we are looking for kind of emotions that are familiar to us, and if there's an embedded trauma, it keeps surfacing up again and again as something that probably needs to be cleared. I find an awful lot of historic moments are surfacing in my mind right now. Christmas time is always a trigger point for shadow things. Me looking at a past event and trying to understand it from a new viewpoint and trying to clear it of any kind of shadow component, any emotions that are kind of not appropriate to it. So if you find yourself disturbed by something or disturbed by an emotion that you go, wait a minute, this doesn't feel right, check and see if you're carrying something you shouldn't be carrying, because a lot of times if you just get an insight as to what was happening, it just falls away.
Yeah, yeah. Just becoming aware of it is, and looking at it from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Try to look at things through the eyes of others. How would this person see it? How would that person see it?
Also, every day is a new consciousness in your own mind, and all of us are evolving our consciousness. That's a huge tool to understand things in a different way. Yeah. A little bit of an extra baggage, but this is a season that lets you see it.
And let you release it.
Yeah. And it also helps you forgive and understand people around you who are often processing a lot of shadow stuff.
Yeah.
Because
everybody's getting churned up these days.
Definitely that, yeah. But use this as a chance to clear, to make yourself better, to heal, and you will be happier and more focused and have an easier life if you're not carrying any of this ancient baggage with you.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, that's about it for today. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We will be filming off and on during the Christmas holidays, but we wish everybody a wonderful holiday season, and be kind to everybody, but in particular, be kind to yourself.
Blessings.
Blessings upon you.